UndergroundVideoNetwork.com presents the We Talk Too Much podcast.
This is where the fun begins.
Comic books, superheroes, sci-fi, gaming, and everything nerdy.
That's it. This is just too weird.
Now, here's your host of the We Talk Too Much podcast, Mike and Richard.
Hey everyone, and thank you for listening and or watching listening to us. I'm Mike Borhoff.
I'm Richard Cato-John, and welcome to UVN. We Talk Too Much.
Thanks, Rich. I was drawing a blank for a second. I'm kind of keeping my eye on the outside window right here too, because for anybody that lives in the Midwest area, it's been some pretty heavy storms here today.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they were really bad last night. I know it was crazy at the newspaper. I was doing my social medias, and I had 2 postings left, right, to post online, and all of a sudden power goes out at 3 a.m. It's been a long day.
Yeah. So, Rich, how's everything going?
Good. Took last week off. I went down and saw a volleyball game, people. I think I forgot to say something. Everybody was going to take a break, but
well, it wasn't just volleyball you got to go watch last week.
Yeah, I had tickets to go to see OSU's volleyball, but before the game, the match, I stopped in at Comic Town and went to FSK Day 4. That's guys with freestyle comics, and everything. So it was really cool to see everybody and stuff, and took some pictures. Didn't really stay around too long, but it was fun, and I got to see them do a live stream straight from there and stuff. So that was really cool.
That's awesome. Love those guys, Victor and Mike and all of them. Did you pick anything up while you were down there?
I picked up a few books off of Mason. I got really confused. Sorry, Mason. I still can't figure this out because I thought I had part of that series, but I can't find the books, but I found his original series, so I'm not sure what's going on. We'll get it all figured out the next convention.
So the last couple of weeks we've gotten we've got a lot to catch up on.
Oh yeah.
Let's just rip the Band-Aid off. We got to see part 4, the finale of Flash. Armageddon.
There's still one more episode.
Is there? I thought 4 was the last one.
No, there's 5. There's one more.
God. Oh God, there's more.
This one wasn't too bad.
Oh, it was horrible. It was horrible. Look,
I called it. Hey, I called it though. I said it was Zoom all along.
Yeah. Okay. Look, we're nerds. We will always suspend a certain level of disbelief. That episode made no goddamn sense. So, Thawne was responsible for all the stuff to make Barry think he was going crazy, but then at the same time, Thawne just went back in time and did his own reverse flashpoint. Why? Why? If Thawne knew he was going to go back in time and take Barry's place with the Lightning and become the Flash, why did he do all that other shit? It was absolutely pointless. That timeline would have been wiped out. It was completely pointless. You know what else was pointless? Despero. Because evidently he didn't accomplish jack shit. He served no purpose except to give warning. And even that was bare minimum.
Hey, we got to shout out the guys over at
Phantomonius. Hey, Adam, what's happening? But, dude, it sucked so hard. So, Thawne evidently went back in time, took Barry's place. So does that mean that Thawne spent the next 20 years living as the Flash?
Well, that whole timeline's gone. So,
But you see what I'm saying, though, right?
yeah.
He went back in time. He said that he took the Barry's place with the lightning strike to get his powers, which was complete bullshit anyways, because they made such a big deal about the Speed Force being real, and it wasn't just random happenstance that Barry was chosen. So Thawne goes back in time, takes Barry's place, starting a new timeline, but that means that from the time that he got struck by lightning to 2031, he's been living that life? How freaking old is he? Which, by the way, oh, look, I will never knock older, younger, but the idea of Thawne and Iris was just so creepy. It was like cringe level exponential 20. It was just, ew.
That's worse than the time Doc Ock took over Peter Parker's body.
Oh my God. It was just, it made no sense. And first of all, so evidently since Thawne became Flash, it was just natural that Iris was going to fall in love with him. So are we saying that Iris really doesn't care about Barry? It's just the Flash?
The Speed Force.
Yeah.
Because the power of love is inside her head.
Oh God, dude, it was so.
It was because he was the seventh token of the power of love.
And even all that. And even if that was the case, what was the point in having everything set in 2031? If Thawne went back in time,
in this next episode, we get to see Green Arrow's daughter. Oh, never mind.
Even that's just so that's bad writing. Because if he went back in time, took his place, again, what was the point of waiting until 2031 to do all this stuff? It made absolutely no sense.
Well, because Barry was going to time travel into the future so that he would speed force around the Earth and cause the Earth to fall apart, you know. Because he's going to pass through the core of the Earth, even though he never went through the core of the Earth.
Yeah.
Just one more episode, it's over. Then this season will be over. Then it won't get renewed. You know.
It is so horrible. And what's really bad is this wasn't a crossover. This was just like episodes filled with a couple with a handful of throwaway cameos. I mean, we had Ryan from Batwoman. We had Supergirl's sister. I was happy to see Ryan Choi. That was pretty dope. Oh, yeah. That was the best. Honestly, that was the one. Pardon the pardon the pun. The ray of sunshine, in that episode, and to see him using like the shrink powers, like really dope.
Yeah, is he going to be a character coming up then? Is he just going to be because he's supposed to be part of the series now, right?
From what I've gathered, he is going to be taking over the mantle of the Atom for Ray Palmer.
Right. See, I thought we was going to, that episode when he popped in, for the science convention or whatever that was, or entrepreneur convention, whatever that was, I thought he was going to hand the mantle over then. Because you remember, because we heard about he was going to do so maybe after all this wibbly wobbly crap, maybe they will do that, and maybe Flash could maybe go out with a strong sense. Who knows?
Even that was bad contrived writing, because at the beginning of the episode, Ray has pretty much made up his mind that he wants to retire.
Yeah,
rightly so. But then through some big Scottish guy showing up, it gives him the inspiration. Like, no, I've got to fight the good fight, and I got to keep inspiring people. And then we already know that he's going to be leaving anyways and passing the mantle down to Ryan. So it's so bad. It's so bad. Oh, and I was just so disappointed that Iris didn't have 30 to 40 more speaking lines. It was just that was a travesty. How dare you give Barry Allen more lines than Iris?
And we actually did hear about the baby, though. The baby's still around in continuity.
Yeah.
Because they were saying about being a teenager by that time, remember?
Yeah. Which was something else I thought was really weird. Why can't they just let people be normal on that show? Because Cecile is one of my favorite characters. I love her and Joe because her and Joe were grounded. They were like a healthy dose of reality. And I'm not even talking about powers. Joe's been dead. She's still in mourning. She's a DA. She's got a child, and she comes strutting out in the sexiest damn pair of leather pants I've seen since Catwoman. What? What? Why? Why do you have to do that, CW? Let her be her.
Yeah.
Let her be her. God damn it, let us old people dress like old people. Christ, man.
It's Instagram culture, man. Come on.
No shit. I saw a thing at the mall. I saw a thing at the Lima Mall today, Richard, that literally made me want to hang myself.
Uh-oh.
It was an entire selfie studio.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's one of those places.
Is there a superhero center or something in the mall that you can rent out for birthday parties and stuff?
Yeah, it's one of those inflatable places where my nephews have gone there a bunch of times. It's a lot of fun.
I saw some pictures from a birthday party, and I go, "Ooh, superheroes on the wall! This looks like a cool place."
Yeah.
We'll have to have UVN's birthday party there.
Oh, don't you write a check that your ass on cash, buddy, because I'll pull. Dude, we'll do it, man.
Actually, we should just go up to Findlay, up to the arcade, and have a real birthday party. They have a whole line of pinballs. I saw a picture, and they have the Star Wars pinball all the way to the modern day stuff. They got the Avengers, the Infinity Gauntlet arcade, the pinball.
Oh my God.
They got a whole wall of pinballs. So I think that's where we should have UVN's party.
Dude, you let me know. I will make sure I have the night off and I will Lyft, Uber, or get a hotel room or whatever, man. I am all about that.
Because they were, I've been reading, because I wanted to go up because I was waiting for the newness, kind of, because I saw a lot of pictures and stuff, because their Facebook page has got all of it. And I just went blank on the name of the place, but it's a bar arcade and sandwich shop too. So there's sandwiches in the place next door.
Oh, I'm in. We're making plans, buddy. Yeah. I ain't even joking around. I'm loving this idea.
But no, I just think Flash just needs to go away. But we saw a bright hope on CW. We saw a trailer for an upcoming series return.
Oh, remember, Richard, I don't get to watch commercials as often.
Superman and Lois.
Oh, yes, thank you. No. Yeah. Oh, that looks phenomenal.
January the 15th, I think. It's coming up really quick. I think they're going to go in the right direction. Like I said, I'm still thinking that the Arrowverse version of the CW just kind of needs to wander off, Could Zoom just erase all that and we just go on?
Yeah. Because nothing about the way that they've tried to build the Arrowverse after
Crisis destroyed everything. It was weird. They wanted to do this thing where they could bring Supergirl together. Then all of a sudden it just fell apart instead of being unified like they were hoping.
I mean, there was one of the problems I've always had. This is going to sound like a long stretch, but it's one of the problems I've always had with like the Batman comic books. I get Batman, it takes care of his city and it's his responsibility. But it has always bugged me that when some really heavy shit broke out, dude, you live in a world with Superman. Yo, Clark! I got it, bro. Doors open. Peace out, deuces. And, I'll give that a level of disbelief, but like these shows have tooted their horn about being, intermingling so much, but yet leaving so many possibilities. Like having Black Lightning show up. That was great, but a complete freaking waste. What did he do? Absolutely nothing. No. I take that back. I think it was. I didn't get enough of it. He was filling that Oliver Queen older brother role.
Oh, yeah.
Or the Diggle role. The older, wiser.
Injustice,
dude. And here's the thing, man. I brought this up before, Richard, but okay. So evidently, Star Labs is like being repoed by the government because Walter Peck found a problem with the containment unit. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. That's wrong. Sorry. I'm still reeling from Ghostbusters. But anyway, some convoluted bullshit. They got kicked out of the lab. They go to Chester's garage. Meanwhile, Barry's having a pity party in the goddamn Hall of Justice.
And they're taking his powers away just by zapping him with lightning.
Yeah. And here's the question for you, Richard. As soon as I ask you, if you hadn't noticed it before, it's all you're going to be able to notice. Why is the floor in the Hall of Justice always goddamn wet? Always.
There's
go back. Go back,
room.
Richard. I Googled it. Go back and look. Every shot in every episode that they've ever filmed in that Hall of Justice, the floor is soaking wet. One of your heroes is a goddamn speedster. You're not going to lay down a floor wet sign?
Aquaman's there. Oh.
No, Aquaman would have mopped that shit up. Hey, man, you're wasting water. What the shit, bro? Why? Why would the floor wet? But constantly, I'm watching them. I'm like, wait a minute. Am I okay? I'm looking like, no, it's wet. I'm not imagining it. You got two superheroes whose powers are lightning based, and they're running around in a flooded floor. Dude, I don't like flipping my breaker in my basement if the floor's got a little water on it. These guys are over here throwing lightning. Meanwhile, Sparky, hey, Frank. Meanwhile, Sparky from Futurama's over there with the mop, Sparky doesn't care. He's just constantly mopping. Maybe that's where their budget goes. They don't realize they're paying one guy to mop the floor 100 times a day, and he's just like taking them for every cent they got. That bugs me. They're chilling in Chester's garage. Meanwhile, what, Barry couldn't have had the pity party in Chester's garage and let the team that's actually doing work?
I think it's because Zoom keeps popping in and out was messing up the timeline. Everything was just not, what it was supposed to be. I think that's, they just decided, well, we don't really have to do this. We don't have no budget this season. Let's just do whatever we can to make it work.
Here's the only thing I can think of, Richard, that would justify everything that happenings. I want them to go fully meta. Fully meta. I want them to show the Flash's writing room. Okay, hear me out. Follow me. It's the Flash's writing room, and Tom Cavanaugh comes in. And he starts filling their head with all these really stupid ideas, but makes them think it's their ideas and they're great. Then we find out that Tom Cavanaugh was actually Zoom from the Flashes. He crossed dimensions into the real world to mess up the writing in the Flash TV show, which is his world.
I hate to tell you, but that sounds like a Teen Titan Go episode.
Dude, I know. I know. It reminds me of because we talked about What If before. One of my favorite issues of What If is what if Deadpool destroyed the Marvel universe?
Oh yeah.
Not only does spoilers, people, it's a 20-year-old comic. Not only does he destroy the universe, but he figures out a way to go into our universe.
Oh yeah.
And it's like one of those like Spaceball fourth dimensional moments where he's like looking in, and they show the writers are saying, "Oh, it'll be funny if he walked into the writer's room." And so like everything that they're saying is happening.
Well, and that's like the old What If, where the Marvel bullpen becomes the Fantastic Four.
Yes. Yeah.
But,
oh God, Richard, something just popped in my head, and I'm going to apologize. No, to you and to everyone listening and or watching, I'm going to apologize, but it's going to get stuck in my head if I don't get it out. It was Eobard all along, not Eobard. Nasty. Oh, I'm sorry. And I killed Iris too. No, I killed Joe. Oh shit, I was a perfect setup for a joke, and I killed Joe too. But again, oh God.
I think we just need to move on from the Flash.
Yes, please.
And speaking of Marvel What If, they're going to be bringing back Agent Carter as
Captain Carter. Yes.
Yeah. As a comic book series. That's going to be great. They're going to retweak her costume just a little bit for the comic, but that looks like pretty cool. Might actually have to pick that first issue up.
Yep, I saw that today too. It will definitely be on my pull list.
But speaking of Marvel, Disney Plus.
Holy shit. All right, we got the garbage out of the way. Let's go to the shining prize, man. Hawkeye is continuously. It's getting, and I don't misunderstand the way I'm saying this. I mean this in a positive. It's getting better with every episode.
Correct. Yeah.
And I don't mean like it was bad and was like, no. It was awesome, and it's still getting better.
So let's just jump right in with the flashback sequence with Echo. Is that Kingpin?
Man, I want to say, dude, I'm saying it is.
Spoilers. This is spoilers. Everybody knows we talk spoilers around here, but
it's gotta be.
I think, they came out and said that, that Cox was going to play Matt Murdock again. So I know that's setting up the Spider-Man movie. You know what I'm saying? But I still think the implications will be in Hawkeye too,
Yep. I fully, man, it was just, honestly, Richard, oh man, what was the only thing that would have made me like even more giddy is when you knew it was going to be in the Kingpin, but when they showed the hand, if it had been a person of color's hand, because then it'd been like, oh man, we're getting Ben Affleck's Kingpin.
Oh no.
Knock that movie all you want, man. I rewatched the director's edition just a few weeks ago. I'm sorry. It has some flaws in it, but that's still a damn decent movie. And he did a damn good job as Kingpin. But
They're all coming through. They're all coming through.
Yeah. Oh. Oh.
I had to go there.
Oh my God, that would be so dope, man. see Affleck's Daredevil and Joey Pantoliano, Ben Urich. You go get him, kid. Oh man.
Well, we got a little background, maybe tidbit on Hawkeye's wife, Laura.
Man, I'm loving this theory. I'm loving this theory so hard.
But the only thing is, there was a Mockingbird already.
Was there? We've had this whole agent.
That was Mockingbird.
I know it was. And it was Bobby. And it was Mockingbird.
Yeah. Sorry, folks.
But the thing I absolutely love is I love that not only, what's great is we're getting so much backstory with his wife without getting a whole lot of backstory of his wife. Because it's just, okay, before when we first met her on the farm, she was Clint's wife. That's all we knew.
Right.
But the more we learn about her, she's a really admirable character because she already knows Clint's life as Hawkeye. That's understanding. Then we find out in the last couple episodes that he did confide in her about being Ronin. Man, I want that flashback because that had to have been a moment. It's like, so honey, what did you do while we were, blinked away? Well, I murdered a few hundred bad guys. Oh, meatloaf, But not only that, not only do we find out she's so understanding, she has a really good understanding of that world too, because like when he's throwing down key words, like, oh, is it a speed racer scenario? Oh yeah, double, like she knows the slang and everything, like she knows what's going down.
Right.
And she, when he needed some information, she's like, I got this. I'll call you right back, and hey, she's the CEO, she's turning out to be bad at, and I would not doubt, Richard, if we come to find out, what I really want to see, Richard, is like, all right, kids, time for you to go to bed. And the kids go to bed, and she goes into the closet, pulls a lever, and like this, like in Black Widow, like the supercomputer pops up or whatever,
Yeah.
I'd
just be happy if she was a SHIELD agent, not necessarily Mockingbird.
Same here.
Yeah.
Same here. And now, you know what? That would make so much sense. Her and Clint were on a mission together, and there's going to be that whole moment where, like she thinks that there's something between Black Widow and Hawkeye because everybody does, we're going deep back into the history.
Right.
Everybody does no. And then, come to find out that it was Natasha that really pushed Clint to act. I want that backstory so much.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I want like Hawkeye year one.
Yeah, I like to see a little more. Maybe if they do a season 2, maybe we get to see more because, there was another surprise on this week's episode where we got to see, my new favorite Black Widow.
Oh, dude. Dude, she was awesome, man.
At least that's what I'm saying nowadays.
She was phenomenal. Seeing Yelena, Yelena? Yeah,
Belova is the last name in the comic. Florence Poe, actress.
Oh yeah. But no, man, seeing her, and it was like that moment where she had that mask on, but when she rolled over and she hit Clint with the
stinger,
the stingers, it was just like, shit. Clint probably had a suspicion, but after that he was like, shit. Then he thought, well, it's bad enough she's a widow. Then she took the mask off, like, shit, it's her sister. It's like it went from bad to worse.
Right.
Like, oh God, I got the widows after me. Oh God, I got her sister after me.
I just hope that the next episode, that we get things, because there's 6 total this season, right?
Yeah.
So we got 2 more, and they heard this Wednesday episode coming up next week is just going to be, the internet's going to break.
Yeah.
So there must be something that goes down, so it's going to be what it is,
Another great touch they did in this episode that really harkened back to the Matt Fraction comic books that they draw so heavily on was seeing Clint patching himself up with the frozen margarita bags.
Oh yeah.
Like he's literally duct taping a frozen margarita bag to his elbow, taping a margarita to his shoulder. Like that was the epitome of Clinton Barton's. Like, oh God, what have I got in the fridge? All right, frozen margs. All right.
So now the relationship with what's his name, the swordsman. Is he the swordsman? Do they know each other? Because her mom didn't even freak out. Oh, Hawkeye's, or we got an Avenger or a
Yeah.
partner or something like that. She didn't even freak out. So there must be some background between all of them or something. At least that's what I'm thinking, because if here's an Avenger in your apartment, even though I know she's a security type expert. So is she like ex-Shield or ex-Hydra or something? I mean,
and not only did she not bat an eye about it, but when Kate is so goddamn adorable when she does this. She's like, "Oh, he's my partner." But the mom didn't even flinch about it. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
I just don't want you hanging around the Avenger, going on missions. That's how it was. She said, "I don't want you to go on missions." So she called it missions. So she has a background too.
Yeah, and her mom. Oh, this was a deep moment when Kate's mom was talking to Clint, and Clint's like, "Look, your daughter is really good at what she does," and her mom said, "Yeah, but wasn't Natasha Romanoff really good at what she does too?" It was like,
oh yeah, in the face.
God damn, that was like literal shots fired. That was, dude, only a mom could get away. Like, if any other person would have said that to Clint, woman or not, Clint would have backhanded that person. But being that she was Kate's mom, that hit him even harder. Oh man, that was a heavy moment.
Yeah, I just hope there is a background there and all that can work together. I just hope they just, this is storytelling. This is setting up, because there is a past that they're relying on. So there must be a future from the past,
Yeah.
It's how they're writing it works,
Yeah. It's kind of like these shows, I don't want to say speedily, but these shows have been doing what the Marvel movies did in the first 10 years, was laying the foundation.
Right.
We take an entire movie to meet Clint. We take an entire movie to meet, well, not entire movie, to meet Iron Man, to meet Thor, to meet Captain America.
Yeah.
They did right by slow playing it. They did it masterfully. They have a new medium now. Now we can kind of, they're not rushing it, but we can introduce the new phase quicker.
Yeah. Well, they're doing what I've always suggested. Keep them smaller episodes, six episode story arcs,
Yeah.
That's why I think that's what always hurt Netflix when they were doing the Marvel stuff. Those 13 long episodes. I mean, I know WandaVision was long, but they kept them short. Each episode was small, it wasn't like this rolling out full hour, week after, episode after episode. And I think that's what they need to do. They need to keep these tight knit. I mean, Loki, look at Loki, how that worked. That was, it just was so compact with so much story that, it's going off into other directions, so.
Yep.
I think this is what it works. I don't know.
Yeah. But I really hope we get to see more of Clint's wife. I think there's such potential for awesome backstories with her. Like before, she was a great character. She's Clint's wife in the pod. But now that we're learning more about her, it's like, shit, I want to know more about her now.
So who's Rolex?
Dude, I'm thinking, man, I really can't. And there's got to be more to it than just a Rolex.
Yeah. Well, she had the list of, the family on that
Yeah,
list next to it, so there must be some kind of connection, to the history.
yeah. Maybe it's like a knock list from like Mission Impossible. Maybe
Oh, yeah, yeah.
like it's not so much what, but it's like a USB drive or whatever, and it's got all this information stashed on it. And
Or I was reading one thing. I don't think it's true, but they were wanting to bring Coulson in. That was actually one of his watches.
oh, don't tease me like that.
I don't think that worked because he never wore a Rolex. He wore
No, they never hyped up. No.
yeah, he wore that other watch. I can't think of the name, but that's what he always wore. But it would just be funny to get Coulson's back with them too. You know what I'm saying, for a flashback or something.
Yeah. Coulson shows up. I thought you were dead. I thought you were dead. Oh, God, I miss Coulson.
I just hope we get a little more background, because with Secret Invasion coming out soon too, you never know who's real, who's not.
Yeah.
Maybe there is going to be stuff that happens, because remember how the comic book series, people was being duplicated and stuff like that. So who knows what might be going to happen? They
Yeah.
could change the whole Marvel universe.
You know what would honestly be really good, Rich, is if in one of these shows, maybe not Hawkeye, maybe whatever's coming next, but if they played it a lot like they did in the comic books, where a hero dies, and it would have to be somebody that's I don't want to say major, like Hawkeye, or but somebody that's been established, but gets killed, and in the moment of their death, reveal that they're a Skrull. Like
Right.
I hate to say it, but like, well, no, they wouldn't do Nick Fury because we already know that one. That's
Yeah.
not a surprise.
And that's already been, they've been stand-in for him on Earth because he's off Earth right now or whatever.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of talk about the Captain Marvel or the Marvels as they're calling them.
Oh yeah.
So maybe we'll get a little bit of that, and that's going to go back into the the Ms. Marvel series or even the She-Hulk or something. Who knows? I just think now, since they opened up everything, that they can just tell good stories. And that's what I just hope Marvel or Disney will keep them doing, is telling good stories. Let's just have good contained stories that builds upon each other. As long as they keep doing that. Oh.
Well, I agree with you 100%, which is the reason why I think Hawkeye is working so well, because yes, there is a history, but they're not dwelling on it.
Right.
Everything that's really happening right now is less about the Avengers and more about Ronan, which was, core Clint.
Right.
Yeah, there's a little, there's a little mention here and there, like when the restaurant owner's like, oh no, dinner's on us, thank you for saving the world, but it doesn't rely heavily. The story doesn't rely on dwelling too much in the past.
Right. But yeah, I just think this is good, and we're moving on. You know what I'm saying? Just we can keep getting new stuff, and then in a couple more weeks we get Spider-Man. So
Oh my god!
Because Hawkeye will be done, then Spider-Man hits the scene. So
yeah, they just went boom, boom, boom,
and we get to see Aunt May again. Oh, yes, I said that. This is the Gen X podcast speaking.
It's gonna be who's gonna die, Richard. Aunt May's gonna get killed, and then she's gonna turn into a Skrull. Turns out Aunt May was a Skrull all along. But oh my god, wait, Richard, hear me out. Because I remember I had the issue. I think it was the New Avengers that set the whole thing off, was when Elektra was killed. And it turns out that the Elektra that had been in the books for like the last 5-10 years was a Skrull. And I remember that I have that book. That's how the whole Secret Invasion started.
Right.
what if it was something like that? You know, like Aunt May dies, you know, Deadpool or Deadshot or whatever stabs her, or Elektra. But as she's turning from Aunt May to the Skrull, she goes through all the other facets of Aunt May, you know, like Sally Field and the other Aunt Mays. You know, you just see her face shift slightly before she turns completely into a Skrull.
And then we're going to have the Armor War stuff, so we're going to get Ironheart and stuff out of all of this, so that'll be cool, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We'll just wait and see a couple more weeks. I decided we're not going to do too much. I don't want to speculate too much. I just like reading and just laughing at some
Same here. Yeah, I think we all kind of learned our lesson from WandaVision, where it was just like, it was fun, but after a while, it just became all a compulsory. You know, it's like, oh no, the dog is the devil. Like, no, the dog was a dog, and, you know.
The rabbit. The rabbit.
Yeah, it's got to be the rabbit.
There was a shadow. That's it. There was a shadow.
Hey, Rich, boner. She's like, God damn it.
So we got the end of the Flux.
Yes, that was a brilliant episode. I really did enjoy that episode. That one tied everything together very nicely, but still left so much open.
And the door didn't, like you said, the door didn't close. We're going in like a whole new territory for the Doctor, you know.
Oh yeah, well, come on, man. Any episode that has an ood, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong with an ood. And I know a lot of people were dogging it on the internet. I thought it was absolutely brilliant, but I loved it when the Doctor met the Doctor and went, "You're cute." So are you. I was like, "Oh my god." I don't give a shit what anybody says. If David Tennant ran into David Tennant, they would have been flirting with each other. You can kiss my ass.
Yeah, I hope, like I said, down the line, you know, so we get the, after this, then we have 3 standalone specials, right? We have the New Year's Day, then 2 more, and then we get a regeneration, correct?
Yep.
So, but I think the Flux really set up everything and kind of dived into the origin of who the Doctor is, you know?
Yeah.
I just love seeing that, you know, she has her memories, but didn't want it, you know?
Oh, and I love how she gave it to the TARDIS to hide and keep safe.
Yeah. So, and I don't know, it's just something about this whole series, you know, at first you know, was so chaotic, but I think it was really meant to be, because I think they just wanted to go and shake everything up. You know what I'm saying? And it really did. And it really set the tone of where the Doctor's going to be heading to, I hope, you know?
Yeah.
But who knows?
And I really, I like Yaz. I like, oh God, I want to say Tom.
Dan,
thank you. I knew it was a 3-letter name. Dan grew on me. I like Dan. Dan grew on me. Dan's a good bloke.
I just love that Indiana Jones part of that, where they were traveling around looking for the artifacts.
Oh my God, yeah.
And the doctor guy, the psychologist guy, you know, lived the adventure of a lifetime, you know.
Eustachius, yeah, something, but I do remember Eustachius, because I remember the doctor just going, "Oh, that is brilliant." I loved him. I really did love him, and I liked when they went to the guru, or the guy on top of the mountain.
Oh yeah.
Fetch your dog. It was like, oh, son of a bitch. It took me like half a tick. I'm like, what did you? Oh, shit.
It made sense.
It did. It made sense.
But like I said, I just think that it's time for change. You know, the Doctor needed this. You know, the series really needed this change. You know,
yeah.
And I just hope they can start doing some really cool storytelling. Again.
Well, considering the creative team we have coming in, I don't think that's going to be too much of a concern.
Right.
And seeing as who we went from to who we're going back to, I still feel like Jodie was robbed. It's like being on a horror anthology show, being written by some schlock, and then like, okay, well, I'm leaving. Oh, and next season Stephen King's going to be writing everything. Damn it, She was a brilliant doctor. I thought she did great. It was the writing. It was the creative team. It was just, he was not good.
It's just we got so used to the doctor being a certain way, and he was trying to make it different.
And by the doctor, I think what you mean is not the character, the show. It was just, yeah. I don't know. When I go back and I watch clips of some of the older Doctor, like just the quality of writing is like, there were so many episodes that I've seen with like David Tennant and even some with Matt Smith where I thought, man, Jodie's Doctor would have rocked in this episode.
Yeah, she
would have been great. Like, especially some of the more standalone ones, like she would have done really great in this episode. She just, Churnball just did not deliver. He was bad, but getting Davies back is going to be great. And now for the next couple months, all of us Whovians are going to be sweating over who already. Oh, the top 10 candidates. Like, no, man.
Oh, and I know you're not watching it, but I want to do a big shout out for on the Paramount Plus, Star Trek Discovery. This season, just I'm really. It's going back to roots of Star Trek. This is like exploration and science and world building, if you want to say, because we're seeing the origin of the new Federation, basically.
Oh wow!
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm really digging what they're doing with this stuff, and like I said, I don't know. I just think I know this is set way in the future compared to all the other stuff, but I think it's pretty cool. And then I even started watching, what is it, Prodigy, the animated.
Oh yeah,
with Janeway on, as the the figure, the holographic image,
the AI, like the
yeah. So I watched there was like a 2-part episode movie where they found the ship and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool too. I don't know. I'm really liking some of this stuff, and I'm not a huge Star Trek fan, but I like Star Trek. Mm-hmm. So I'm really liking what they're doing with this. So,
hey, speaking of other great science fiction, the 3rd season of Lost in Space dropped on Netflix.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah. It is continuous. Yeah.
I enjoyed the season, because that's the only reason I technically really got Netflix, again.
And here's where good storytelling and knowing how to handle characters comes in. Because the young actor who plays Will Robinson, he was in that particular age where you blink and his balls drop. I hate to say it like that, but you know what I mean. He like once anybody hits a certain age, it's like, oh, he's 20 playing 30 or 30 playing 20.
Right.
But he was in that age where when the age hit, it was going to be evident. It was really smart
overnight.
Yeah. but them not so much putting, like them fast forwarding the show a year into the future.
Right.
But was it a year or was it more than?
It was a full year.
It was a full year.
The kids crashed on the planet and they were there for a year, and the robot was trying to discourage them from leaving by hiding their fuel source. So.
Oh yeah, the titanium or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
But doing that really made the physicality of Will's change. Oh, okay, I buy that. It wasn't like season 3 picked up right after season 2.
Right. Yeah, they would have to film that like right away.
Right.
When the kids are all that age, you have to keep filming,
Yeah. Hey, Penny, I'm going to go over here now and check the lithium crystal. Like, holy shit, Will Smith. Puberty, Will Robinson, puberty. Ah.
It's just like the actress that plays, was it Penny, or she's like 20 now, so.
Yeah.
All those, they all like are meeting their age now, as they go out into because when they found that other ship that was lost, that was crazy on top of that planet,
Yes. Yeah.
But I don't know. I just enjoyed it for what it was. And then, like I said, I got Netflix basically for Cowboy Bebop and, the other. Now we found out no more Cowboy Bebop.
That broke my heart, dude. But wait, I want to talk about Cowboy Bebop real quick, but I want to go back to Lost in Space just for the fact that it proves scientifically, no matter how hardcore science fiction serious your TV show is, if you're going to have a chase, you play Ram Jam's Black Betty. It always fits. And I like the fact, too, that not only was it like we didn't just hear it. I'm pretty sure that what's his name queued it up on his iPad or whatever, because he's like, all right, ready? Go. I was like, oh my God, are they really rocking Black Betty? That's all I got to say is, as a rule, if you're going to have a kick-ass chase scene with a bunch of robots, Ram Jam's Black Betty, you can't go wrong. But no, Cowboy Bebop, dude, that bugged me.
Yeah, it was so mixed reviews is what really hurt it, And we just had to be on the side that liked it,
Yeah, and I've talked to people who are fans of Cowboy Bebop, and I've heard it was like one of the most faithful. I mean, I know they changed some stuff. I've watched some of the comparison stuff, but it was like one of the more faithful to the source material of animated live action movies shows we've seen.
Yeah, but it's what it is, So I know Netflix is really investing money, but yet just seems like they're not following through. They're just trying this, trying that, and just throwing a bunch of stuff out there to try to catch your attention.
Well, another great example was, what was it? I watched it on Hulu. It was at Lovecraft County.
Oh yeah,
that won awards, like serious awards. Canceled after one season.
Yeah,
it just.
Yeah, I think all these streaming platforms are just trying to give you that cinematic huge build, and then I think a lot of these shows just cost too much. It's the Battlestar Galactica syndrome.
Yeah.
They can only afford so much, and if they're not paying off for what it is, they just can't afford it,
And did you notice too, Rich, and I am not knocking Lost in Space. Lost in Space production value was great, but there was a few scenes with Maureen on the planet with the robots that looks like early science, or that looks like early Star Trek setting. You know what I mean? It was like with the rocky background, you're like, because in the past before you could tell they shot a lot of stuff on location, right, which probably cost a lot. But there was quite a few scenes where, especially with Maureen, maybe they reshot them in post. But I'm looking at those rocky valleys, and I'm like, that's styrofoam, dude. That is flat out stuff. Like as soon as she left the stage, they just like turned the rock to the left, and it's like all of a sudden we have a new set, like.
Yeah, it's what it is.
Don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking it. The show is still great. I finished it. It was great, but it just goes back to what you're saying. Budget.
Yeah, I think that's what's going to really, really be hurting some of these streamers. I know Netflix has got unlimited pockets of money. You know what I'm saying? And they just keep getting more and more and trying to do stuff, but if it doesn't stick, you have all this backlog, I don't know. It's just weird, when I don't know.
Well, speaking of things coming up on Netflix within the next few weeks to look forward to, man, The Witcher season 2. Oh, the more I'm seeing, the more I'm loving. And mega nerds like me who absolutely love Witcher got some really super duper news. They released the official soundtrack list for Witcher season 2. We got at least so far, 3 Gaskier songs, which Joey Beatty, if you ever get a chance to look him up, he is an actual real musician. He's fantastic. I Googled him. I'm like, oh my God, I got on Spotify. I'm like, holy shit, this is my jam right here. But 3, so we got that to look forward to.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm psyched for that.
Yeah, we got the another trailer for the new Matrix movie dropped this week too.
Yeah,
I'm really excited for this now. At first I was a little hesitant because but I think I understand where they're going with this a little bit. It's worlds within worlds on top of worlds, sort of like Inception inside the computer. So
yeah.
I think it's going to work. I hope. I don't know what else has been going on.
No, I've just been getting caught up just here and there on some shows. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia is back for another new season, which I was like, holy shit, really? We're doing this? I'm like, all right, I've been watching that. Yeah. Oh, another comic. I got a couple comics, Richard, real quick. Superman, Son of Kal-El, the anniversary issue.
Annual, yeah.
Annual, yes, thank you. Oh, dude, I absolutely really love this book. Jonathan Kent taking over the role of Superman has been really good. I really like it. I was talking to Alex at the comic book store today. We were a little nervous about Jonathan taking over as Superman in his own book because of Future State. Future State was bad. Like every book across the board was like really bad. Even it was so bad that in the current run of Batman books, which I haven't picked up, all the events that led up to what would have happened in Future State were undone. Not going to happen.
Oh, that's cool.
Thank God. Because one of the biggest drawing points of Future State was the Magistrate and all out war again. Nope, done. But this Jonathan Kent taking over as it was really good. I really enjoyed it. I like the stories. I'm still hopeful that they'll do like they did previously and do some Adventures of the Super Sons outside of continuity, because as much as I adore this book, I miss 13-year-old Jonathan Kent so much. I miss that wide-eyed, ever hopeful foil to Damian Wayne. I love their chemistry together. I miss that so much. But the other one I picked up was really good. Batman 89 issue 4. Oh, wow. Yeah, real good. Yeah. And what's great about that is the art style is so good. Like you can see and hear Michael Keaton. You know what I mean? Like I can hear his voice. So those have been really good. That's about all I got. Rich, you got anything else?
No, like I said, I'm just waiting on finishing up Hawkeye and the Spider-Man drop, and then the Matrix. So
yep. All right, Rich. If you would be so kind to let everybody who's watching and or listen know all of our handles.
Yeah, just drop over at undergroundvideonetwork.com. It's going to be getting a little bit of makeover coming up in the week or so, because we're getting ready to start celebrating the 19th anniversary of the UVN Plus Video Archive. So 19 years of video is going to
Yep.
be all available to watch. As far as I know, almost everything we've done is on there. I know of 2 episodes that's missing from it, but hopefully those will be updated within a few weeks. I fell behind a little bit on getting things caught up because I've been doing the archive, and I think everything is there. So just go on over to undergroundvideonetwork.com and you can find all our social links there.
And our social links have been growing. We're like everywhere now, aren't we?
Yeah. I know the audio podcast is being streamed in almost every single location where there's a podcast. Trying to get it out there everywhere we can. If you like us, comment in, as you always say, comment down below and let us know what you want.
Like and subscribe, hit that button. God damn it, I hate me. Such a poser. All right, Rich. On behalf of Richard Catterjohn and myself, Michael Boroff, thank you for listening and or watching, and we hope to see you soon at a comic book store or at a comic book convention real soon. Rich, if you would be so kind, please press the button.